Yes! 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 Daniel Bryan has been cleared! Daniel Bryan has been cleared to compete in the ring, and I am freaking out! And I'm sure you are too, and I will unwrap all of my feelings about this because it's obviously #1 this week. Anyway, hey guys, I'm Lucy T, and you're watching LucyTWWE, my weekly review show where I bestow upon you all of my ultimate opinions on all things WWE. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I have like 134 subscribers, so thank you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to get to maybe 150 by WrestleMania. So let's talk about the mixed match challenge before we get into the top 10 happenings in the WWE this week. Team Asuka and Miz defeated Team Little Big of Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss last night, obviously, because they're not going to end Asuka's undefeated streak on a mixed match challenge. My main note, though, Beth Phoenix, I love you, but stop taking crap from Corey Graves. Also, the WWE Universe has spoken and voted by 40% for Sasha Banks and Finn Balor to take on Charlotte Flair and Bobby Roode in the next round of the Mixed Match Challenge. Cool story, bro. All right, let's get into it. My top 10 countdown of the top 10 things that happened in the WWE this WWE week. Number 10, Mark Henry, aka Sexual Chocolate, has been the newest inductee to the 2018 WWE Hall of Fame. Here are some little tidbits you might not have known about Mark Henry. He's dyslexic. He co-starred in MacGruber alongside the one and only Chris Jericho. And he has a 2-foot ferret named Pipe. I've got a ferret over here of my own. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Number 9. Will somebody please, for the love of God, tell me what Sasha Banks and Bayley are doing? I heard that they might not actually end up having a match at WrestleMania because, according to the very trusty backstage rumor mill, there were already too many matches on the card. So maybe Bayley and Sasha have known this all along, so they're kind of tiptoeing around and skirting their issue so that if they do have a match, it is sort of like, ooh, they're feuding. But if they don't, it's not like, aw, damn drats, I was really looking forward to seeing how they would settle it. Honestly, it's just getting boring. And frankly, I would like it if Sasha Banks joined Absolution. And maybe then Bayley can join SmackDown and can polish up her character a little bit and join Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. You know who does have a better feud? Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. So for number 8, let's talk about them. Okay, I was at the MSG event last Friday here in New York City, and it was amazing when Alexa Bliss was in the ring and Nia Jax came out and tried to pummel her, but to no avail. So this week on Raw, Alexa Bliss made a very fake apology, and Mickie James showed us just how much she loves the Lion King. Na, Kurt Angle also finally made the match between the former besties for WrestleMania official. I just now hope that Alexa Bliss doesn't try to get Mickie James involved at all, because it's between Nia and Alexa. Because let's face it, Kurt is kind of a pushover. Speaking of Kurt Angle, he gave a lovely shout out to Rowdy Ronda Rousey on his Instagram as they were training in the ring. Now, rumor is that she is no longer going to be on every Raw leading up to WrestleMania because WWE officials felt that she could use the time more training in ring rather than performing and traveling with everyone. And I kind of agree based on the Samoan drop she gave Stephanie. But then she was in a dark segment on Raw where she basically threw Dana Brooke out of the ring. Number 7. So this week, Carmella psyched us all out once more with a little fake cashing in of her Money in the Bank briefcase, aka Frankie, in the middle of a match between Natty and Charlotte. I would enjoy a brief title run with Carmella as the champ, but let's face it, I don't see any situation or parallel universe where Carmella beats Asuka. It would be really funny though. Number 6. Okay, so Jinder Mahal has now been added to the US title match between Bobby Roode and the current champ Randy Orton, making it a triple threat come WrestleMania. Where's the other karaoke boy though? I only saw one this week. And Jinder already betrayed him. I feel very meh about this. I'm not a huge fan of Randy Orton or Bobby Roode. And Jinder Mahal is, well, Jinder Mahal. I also really don't like when these decisions are made like before the show, because I like to see the dramas unfold and see like the decision-making process and motivation behind taking the story in that direction. Especially when it's a title match at WrestleMania. Number 5. This week, we still do not have any real answer to John Cena's challenge to Undertaker for WrestleMania. So after John Cena ends up kind of basically copying Roman's speech about Brock Lesnar, about how the Undertaker doesn't care or respect the WWE universe, he goes on this other rant like, show me a sign, give me one of your urns, or send out a coffin, or some smoke. And then Kane storms out, and as he comes out, I'm like, oh, please, I would love it if he just walks in, picks John Cena up, and chokeslams him, and then bounces. And sure enough, that is exactly what he did. Yay! What if we get the Doctor of Thugonomics to face the American Badass? I personally think that we will get a rather creative way for the Undertaker to accept John Cena's challenge, and we won't physically see the dead man, or American Badass, until April 8th, where Kid Rock can play him in. I still think it's real lame, though, how John Cena has just been whining, give me a match, give me a match. But without Undertaker answering him sooner, it does kind of drain all of the excitement out of the match, because there really is no storyline, because John Cena has just been grabbing at straws, trying to get a match, throwing everything at the wall, seeing what sticks. So it really is kind of just like a match for the sake of having a match. So the feud starts and ends at WrestleMania. Number 4. So this week on SmackDown Live, now Daniel Bryan had to do something to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for essentially kicking the shit out of the SmackDown Live commissioner and their boss, Shane McMahon. So what did he do? He fired them. Now, since Daniel Bryan has been medically cleared, we'll get to all my feels on that later. They had an amazing, amazing sequence, and they were kicking the shit out of Daniel Bryan, and then we saw the kicks, and it was just so amazing. You could tell Daniel Bryan was having the time of his life. Like, legit, watching him and his kicks made me uber emotion. And we all know what's coming now, right? Daniel Bryan and Shane O'Mac against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. The ultimate deletion! Matt Hardy ultimately deleted Bray Wyatt this week from the Hardy compound. Therefore, I will give you my review in my corporate compound. Yes! Delete, 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 delete. Are we all on the conference call? I have to say, I was pretty disappointed with the ultimate deletion. Not to mention that Michael Cole kind of set it up to be shit anyway when he was like, what we're about to see is obnoxious. So I'm kind of actually glad that Matt Hardy called him out and was like, from your muzzle. Shut up. I did like a little cameo from Brother Nero though. Hey. Question. Mower of lawn or chair on wheels? Mower of lawn or chair on wheels? My main question is what happens now? So Bray Wyatt apparently has been ultimately deleted. But does that mean A, that their feud is over? Or B, what now happens to Bray Wyatt in the larger scheme of things? Are we going to have a Jason Bourne situation where somebody, aka Jason Bourne, aka Bray Wyatt, enters a body of water, their body or carcass is no longer able to be found? So Matt Hardy took that as he was ultimately deleted. I took it as, I don't know, maybe he just went for a swim. If it was the end of the feud, then it should have been something that happened on the grandest stage of them all. But like I said earlier in the video, maybe the card is just too full. I don't know. And what does this mean for Jeff Hardy? Number 2. So Brock killed Roman this week. But more importantly, did you know that the WWE had U.S. Marshals on their payroll? Learn something new every day. Legit though, this was a little bit overkill. And so after Roman showed up to Raw, even though Kurt suspended him, and even though he was at MSG on Friday night, the Marshals come out and try to escort him out. They can't, so they handcuff him, priming him to be beat up by Brock Lesnar. Ooh, good job, Brock Lesnar. Ooh, you can beat someone up and put them in the fucking hospital when they've got their hands handcuffed. Ooh, I'm so scared. I'm on Roman's side on this one personally, and I really hope that he can take the Universal title away from Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And the number one thing that happened the entire week is just Daniel Bryan being medically cleared. You guys, this really took me by surprise yesterday. And yes, we always hear in the rumor mill, Daniel Bryan may be cleared, but we also know how Vinnie Mac loves to troll all of us. So I was like, is it real? Is it not real? And then yesterday, when WWE officially tweeted that he had been cleared, definitely started screaming in public. Definitely also started crying in public. Mascara down the face. And then his speech on SmackDown Live, I'm not even gonna call this a promo because that was a motherfucking speech, where he shared just how much his wife, Brie, was so instrumental in encouraging him to fight for his dream so that his dream would fight for him too. I mean, come on. I'm just so happy. And can you imagine like what was going through Daniel Bryan's mind when he got all of these clears from different doctors? Like, for 2 years, seeing everyone else doing what he loves, and now he gets to be back in the ring. It's incredible. Who won this week? Gee, Lucy, I don't know. SmackDown obviously won this week, courtesy of Daniel fucking Bryan. Sign of the week. Literally any sign that said yes, yes, yes. That's all the time we have for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, make sure to check out the video feed of the All Ladies podcast I was on in collab with Yep, I Like Wrestling, right here on my LucyTWWE YouTube channel. And keep a lookout this weekend because I'm going to be loading my first review show of a WWE Network original. I'll be watching and reviewing the newest edition of the documentary series called 24, where they look into the WWE Women's Evolution and the first ever Women's Royal Rumble backstage stuff. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LucyTWWE for even more of my content updates.